right, click live. Hey man, hey man, hey
Hey, man,
man.
say, man,
We are live. We are
what's
live.
going on?
Court Chronicles from the North podcast episode. I don't even know a lot.
Yeah.
We in this thing. We in this thing. I am 1/4 of the four horsemen. I'm Showtime.
Man, it's K5 kicking it live, man. Let's do it.
It's your boy Ride Out. Let's get it.
It's your boy Shaft. Let's go.
Salute,
Man, let's
gentlemen.
let's do this thing,
Salute,
fellas.
gentlemen.
Let's do this thing.
How we
Yes, sir.
doing?
Yes, sir. Let's do this thing, fellas. Um, hey, let's go on and just want to check on everybody mental. Before I do that, be sure to like, share, subscribe to the Court Chronicles from the North podcast on your YouTube platform. We definitely need to support, so please go on there and support us by clicking that subscribe button. How's everybody mental? I know right now, like I said, it was a busy weekend, but like I said, I'd rather be busy on this end than under the ground. So I say I'm at an 8, good strong 8 today.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. Yes, sir. I'm at a 10 as usual, fellas. I woke up this morning, so you know me. I'm keep it real. I'm at 10. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm a 9, man. I'm always a 9, so I can keep myself focused on growing with that one piece.
Now I'm at a 9 as well, fellas. Doing pretty well, man. I just celebrated 46 years of life, man. And
Sir, happy
we're doing
birthday,
it to
bro.
my mother, man. If y'all don't mind, man, make a little
Mhm.
toast.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Just drinking on.
Yes, sir.
Already, man. Go ahead. You know how you do it, Tremont. 30 years.
Hey, for those who have seen us at our best, for those who have seen us at our worst, and they cannot tell the difference. Salute, happy
Yeah.
birthday to
Happy
my brother Ride Out, and salute to
Appreciate
you,
night.
brothers.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Salute, man.
Red cup in that
It's
thing
getting,
today.
Man,
it's
that,
getting
that,
cold.
boy right there, boy. I got the Birdman hands.
You know what I'm saying?
Man. Yes,
Now,
but
real quick, man, I want to give a quick shout out to the city, man. We have had a couple of gatherings from Shirley Garden and Dixie to Pike Day. All turned out to be pretty successful, as well as even after that, the community getting together and having a party at the north of the city, man. Everything was real cool, man. So just real quick, man, just clap it up for the city real quick. Clap it up
yes,
for
sir. Yes,
the
sir. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
I think
Salute.
Shorter Garden Day was yesterday, man.
Really?
As well as, before I go too far, hold on, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Level Rock football. We just won our first football game.
All right.
Mm.
So we go north side.
Shout out to the
Doing
North.
North side, north
Shout out to the
side.
North, man. Doing pretty good directions, man.
Big
Just
Bill
everybody
Catholic.
continue to support. We did have a small hiccup there, the football game. We won't put too much light on that, but the main focus is like Tez came and told us on live, man, we got to continue to support these kids. So let's not let that get in the way of what the actual goal is, y'all. So let's continue to keep going.
Absolutely.
Already. Before we get started, shout out Madison Henry. She say, "What's up, Unc?"
What's up, Nate?
Ah,
Nate, man. She called on that Call of Duty.
Madison Henry.
Yeah, love you, girl.
Yeah. Let me check the comments.
Man,
Yeah, I see what we got.
yes,
Sure.
sir. Yes, sir.
I want to
Yes,
say
sir.
too
Let's go.
before we get started too, fellas. I know this is our first one. You know, I want to give it up. Toast to that. I appreciate you all giving me the opportunity. Again, I'm excited about the future for it. You know what I mean? So here's to it, man. Thanks
Yes,
again,
sir.
fellas. First one.
Already.
I was already
Man,
there.
nah, look.
Get into it.
Yeah, at K5, we the blessed ones, dog. Man, you bring another aspect to the show. We already had the brotherhood, man. So we appreciate you for even be open, you know what I'm saying, to joining. So, we definitely appreciate that, man.
Absolutely. I look forward to adding, you know, the football element,
Yeah.
you know, outside of, you know, playing college football for Arkansas State for 4 years and then being able to come and talk about those experiences with you guys. I look forward also to, you know, bringing my perspective on, you know, politics. If we get into religion, if we get into other matters of the more serious nature outside of sports, I bring an element to that as well, and look forward to seeing what you guys think in the element that you bring and the element that we bring together, man.
For sure.
And
Sure.
expressing those opinions from the North perspective, right? From the North.
Already,
Go
already,
right ahead. Go right
So,
ahead.
already, already. And that's North with a F, not a TH. Let's go and jump in this thing, fellas.
All right. Let's do it,
Yeah,
man.
let's
Let's
go
do
and
it. What's
jump in
on
this
your
thing,
mind?
fellas.
Come on.
oh,
It's a lot going on. I just want to see what y'all think about. Should it be a separation of politics and athletes, or should coaches, owners, and athletes be able to voice their opinions and show their support as they please?
Yeah, I think they should. I mean, people are human beings at the end of the day. You got somebody's profession shouldn't define their beliefs and everything. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that the athletes should have an opinion. Um, I like hearing the opinion of athletes because athletes and celebrities, they kind of look to as role models. And they have a certain platform and they inspire a lot, and a lot of people kind of look up at them, look up at them. So yeah, I mean, they definitely their viewpoint definitely matters. It should be heard. It should be seen. And I like the fact that certain athletes and certain celebrities step outside their comfort zone, or step into their comfort zone, represent those beliefs. You know what I'm saying, and talk about those on a public platform. I absolutely love that.
I agree, man. Well said, brother. Well said. It takes a certain amount of courage to sit up and speak for yourself nowadays, man. So for those who choose to do it and exhibit that, man, that's always admirable. So regardless of who it is, everybody should be heard to prove it otherwise.
Yeah.
Some people can put their like I say, but where I might write a ticket, my ass can't cash.
Yeah.
Well, the thing I
I'm a,
think it is.
I'm
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm piggyback
No,
off
no.
you because I
Go ahead.
wanted,
Go ahead.
because what I wanted to say, I wanted you to rebuttal that because I think we're gonna be on the same page with this.
Okay.
Um, I heard Shaft and Ryder say should. So should and allowed is two different things because my thing is,
Yes, sir.
what happened to Craig Hodges when he did it? What
Right.
happened to
Right.
Abdul Maruf Maruf when he did it? Colin
Absolutely.
Kaepernick when he did it? So
Absolutely.
so who is really able to do that? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Right.
I
What
just
does
want
that
to say
look
that, and I
like?
want to kind of
Yeah,
uh
yeah, no, you're right. It's like, what does that look like? Because you got a situation going on now to where people having an opinion about politics, and it's costing them their job. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And
yeah.
Yes.
their shows are being suspended. So what is really
Mm,
freedom of speech, right? And
Yep.
so even to go back to Kaepernick, like, that's what did he really say? You know what I mean?
You
To
can say
then,
anything.
He
you
didn't
know what I
say
mean?
anything.
And it
nothing.
still turned into a situation to where, it cost him his career. Man, I'm gonna give you a sidebar on that. I'm at the bar, I'm doing my thing, shaking drinks, and I'm the one to I love getting perspectives, all cultures, all genders, and everything. So I asked a woman, I said, "So what do you think about the cat?" I asked a white woman, a European woman, what does she think about Kaepernick, and him kneeling? And she said, he should be hung." That was her
Damn.
response.
Wow.
Wow. Just right off the bat.
This is a mother, all right? And again, to get that response, I had to pull back and I said, "Wow, what's really going on with people being able to have an opinion on a side, whether they say it outright or not, but suffer such dire consequences and be scrutinized to the highest
Mm,
level." You know what I mean? Like that's because you're right, like Shaft and Ryder, like you should be able to say what you need to say, and you should make sure that you can cash that check that you the mouth your mouth that you're running, what you run your
Right.
mouth or whatever,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, man, I think that, and two, we have to be careful because it is an influence, you know what I mean, from these people and these stars, and we want to hear everybody's opinion, right? We want to hear everybody's opinion, and we don't want to, just because it's about politics or this. So I'll give you another sidebar, man. I had a guy say, did you hear LeBron say this and that regarding the election? He's like, he just needs to shut up and dribble.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was actually on television. She had her own show.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I think that
she wasn't suspended indefinitely.
Right, not at all. But I think that, yes, we should see all points of views without those consequences and such that comes with it, because this is separate. Those are two separate things, and it's just a conversation, right?
Yeah,
it's just a conversation. Yeah.
Sir. So hey, really quick.
Okay.
Really quick before we go to the next question. Shout out to the Chronicles of the North Side T-shirts.
Oh, shout out!
Mark, who made these wonderful t-shirts for us, man?
We got fam, man. I'm gonna tell y'all see them. Y'all holler at us now. Y'all holler at us.
Shout out to the person that made these for us, man.
Yeah.
Beautiful T-shirts. I love them. You know what I'm saying? I got mine extra tight. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah.
Hey, man, one more shout out. Shout out to Asia Wilson.
Absolutely.
What's up with it?
Full-time MVP, WNBA. Full-time. Shout out.
She have a good game tonight, but that's usually how it goes, though.
Right, because promotions win MVP.
Right. Yeah, she missed some shots she usually make. That was actually a good game, bro.
Yeah,
that was a real good game. Shout out to her, man. Full-time MVP, man.
Shout out to Asia.
I heard you shout the shirts out. You see the merch. They see the merch.
Man.
Y'all holler at us.
Man.
You see the merch.
So let me ask y'all this. I'm a kind of stay in the basketball realm. Do y'all think the era of the true point guard is gone? The true point guard, the John Stockton, the Isaiah Thomas, the true point guard.
Yeah,
I don't think so. As long as he's able to shoot,
they say the only one is left.
As long as he's able to knock down the shot, whether it's a jump shot or one of those Paul Pierce flat jumpers, he's all right. But as far as facilitating and being a general on the court, I can see. I like when you said that, made me think of Castle for the Spurs. I like his.
Okay.
He's saying like he'll be a little true point guard, but he can get buckets too. But he'd rather run the offense and get the ball moving and work with what he got going. But I say it's still I think a true point guard still to be around, man. I think Melo is one. Melo a true point guard. He just a little flash. Yeah, I like Melo. Melo can pass. Melo can pass.
Boy, Showtime.
He can pass, bro. He can pass it by now. He can dish that thing.
That's my guy. That's my guy.
Yeah.
I think, man, you know what? I'm just gonna piggyback real quick, fellas. I didn't mean to jump in. I think probably the closest thing outside of Chris Paul is like the true point guard. I probably see is Halliburton.
Oh,
ooh. Yeah. Because I was gonna say the only reason why I think that's a question is because so many point guards are scoring. You know what I mean? And it's less facilitating. And so it's more about matchups than it is about somebody facilitating and running a play. Now it's about coming and where is the advantage that we have. You know what I mean? And so therefore, a lot of the times you won't even have a point guard on the floor per se. You know what I mean? Because I want to create a mismatch. If my point guard is not creating a mismatch, I don't really have any use for you anymore. You know what I mean? Like it's because it's not so much about that, especially when it gets to the playoffs.
Yeah, I think the traditional point guard is over with in the NBA. I think we're in the era of point guards that score the ball. You're going to find
Yeah.
now there are a few out there who get their numbers and and have decent numbers in assists. For instance, Trey Young. Trey Young is a career almost 10 assists a game.
Right.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? For his
Okay.
career.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Along with 27, 28 points. You know what I'm saying? So, Luka Doncic's career, 8 assists a game. Almost 9, actually. You know what I'm saying? So, there are some point guards out there who distribute the ball well and score. But I think, the era of the traditional point guard, the John Stocktons, the Magic Johnsons, Isaiah Thomases, those point guards are that's a rare breed. You know what I'm saying? Like we're into the new point guards. New point guards today, they're bigger, they 6'5" and up. They like to score the ball. You know what I'm saying? So because they're bigger, they can facilitate and score the ball. You know what I'm saying? So, look at Cunningham for Detroit.
I like him. That's a good example.
Look
I
at Shea.
like that, bro.
That's
like
a
it.
real good
Look
example.
at
I like
look at Shea Gill for Oklahoma. Look at Luka. Look at Halliburton, the guy you just mentioned. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look at a few older ones like Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday 6'4", 6'5".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So point guards are getting bigger because they're bigger. They're able to call their own numbers more often. You know what I'm saying? So
Speaking of point guards, did y'all see Stephen A's all-time point guard list and having Kidd in there and not having Stockton in there? Did y'all see that?
I didn't see that.
I'm gonna tell you, people sleep on Stockton, bro. People
Wait,
sleep
hold on,
on
like,
Stockton, man.
So would you all think
Little
that?
shorts, man.
No, hold on,
Little bitty short.
Him
Little
and
bitty
Malone
short.
were the reason. Stockton scored as well. Like
Yeah.
Stockton could pass his ass, but
Yes.
he will pull up on you. He'll get 30.
Yeah.
He'll get 30.
Yeah.
So do you think that Kidd is? I think he had CP3 over John Stockton. It was on smoke. I'm like, man, damn, bro.
I can't agree with that, bro.
He said CP3 and Jason Kidd, and I think he had like Curry, Thomas, and Magic in there. Them was his point guard. And I'm like, no Stockton.
Nah.
I think he might even had GP in there too. But I was like, no.
I respect Jason Kidd though. And probably the only reason why he gave him that was the fact that he won a ring.
Yeah.
That probably the only reason why.
I would not put GP in the top 5.
No,
Gary Payton?
For the show,
no,
No.
Gary Payton, no.
Hell no.
no.
Hell
No. And so Curry is a point guard. So Curry in top 5, right?
Right. Yeah, he's in my top 5.
All right. Is Magic in the top 5?
Yes.
All right. Is Isaiah in the top 5?
Yep.
Is Isaiah in the top 5?
Yeah. Keep going. Hold on.
Is Isaiah in the hey Jamal, let me wipe my camera off. Jamal, is Isaiah in the top 5? Okay.
No.
So we already said okay. So what we said? We said Magic. We said Curry. Isaiah's not in the top 5.
Man, yeah, I gonna put him in there. I'll put him.
Okay. All right. We said Magic, right? We said Curry, right?
Magic, Curry.
And we're saying Stockton. We're saying Stockton, right?
Yeah. All time.
Right, who else we coming with? We got 2 more. Well,
Hey,
that's what I'm saying.
Let me throw you a curveball. Westbrook.
No.
What
What about Mark Price? What about Mark Price?
No.
Mark Price, Cleveland, no. Steve Nash?
Nope.
Luka will be.
One of the MVPs.
Luka will
He's
be.
supposed to get.
Whenever y'all get through, y'all gonna come back to Westbrook. So keep on going through the numbers.
I mean, numbers wise, yeah.
See, you gotta put Kidd, and you gotta put Kidd, and you gotta put the point guard in there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put CP3 in there, dog. CP3.
Top 5.
I'll put Kidd in there. I don't know about CP3 though.
I got CP3 in there, man.
I understand. I just don't think so over Stockton. That's all I'm saying. I just don't think so over Stockton.
He can have that.
I can't go with that.
Stockton's cold, man.
I just wanted to know, man. That's all. But I think I do think that it's went to something different and not so much. And if you small now, you got to be able to shoot like a Curry.
You have to.
You know what I mean? Like that. That's got now all these close to 6 foot or the shorter point guards now all of them can shoot. Trey Young,
Yeah.
the only one and even big body Brunson, right? Brunson,
Yeah.
Big body though.
Big body, even big body Brunson. No, he can shoot. So I don't think it's over. It's just not what he used to be. How about that? Let's answer the question. It's not what he used to be.
Okay. I'm trying to find this game, man.
Man, I like that. I like that dialogue right there, man.
Yeah, man. Yeah, absolutely. That was natural.
This next one, we have to have Shaft answer this first.
Okay.
You have to, Shaft.
Okay.
All right.
If LeBron and Jordan switch places, would their team have the same success?
No.
Oh, elaborate.
Because, for instance, so both players are great players, right?
Okay.
No.
You drop Jordan on a good team, they're gonna dominate, they're gonna win, and they're gonna win multiple championships. You know what I'm saying? You drop Jordan on a bad team, as you saw.
Ooh, what is he trying to say?
Pippen got there. They weren't really winning. They were getting swept in the first rounds, the playoffs. They weren't making the playoffs. But LeBron is a different kind of. He's a different character. You know what I'm saying? LeBron makes teams better. You know what I'm saying? He's a culture builder.
I'm glad you said that.
He's a culture builder. So you put LeBron on a bad team. You've seen him take teams that haven't made the playoffs in years, automatically makes them contenders. You know what I'm saying? 2003, he got to Cleveland. That team made the playoffs in years. By 2007, they're in the finals. He goes to Miami. Miami getting swept in the first round. By the second year, they're a champion. He goes back to Cleveland. Cleveland hasn't made the playoffs since LeBron left. By the second year, they're champions. He leaves Cleveland, goes to LA.
Where's Cleveland?
Ain't been to the playoffs in 6 seasons. By the second year, they're champions. So he has a track record of proven history over and over and over that he makes teams better. You know,
I don't
KC, you got some popcorn, KC?
I don't think
Man, hey, dude. Bro.
I don't think that says it makes teams better.
You say what?
I don't think that says he makes teams better. I think that he's better at putting teams together. I think Jordan staying there and, taking the lick and come back, let's work out, let's get better teammate. I think that makes teammates better, other than going over here and say, I'm gonna go play with Jordan, I'm gonna go play with Bird, I'm gonna go play with. I mean, it's obvious if you go somewhere, you team up and you position yourself around people that make your game better.
So Jordan has great teammates, man.
He had one great teammate, man, and Pippen averaged the same as Russell.
So Rodman ain't a Hall of Famer.
Okay, well, keep going.
Oh.
You gonna have to do this for LeBron too. Keep going.
I'm just saying.
You're gonna have to do this for LeBron too, man.
LeBron had Hall of Fame teammates. But Jordan did too, though.
Okay, you said Rodman. No, keep going, Rodman.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying Jordan had great teammates, and he had the greatest coach in NBA history. Let's not forget about that.
Okay, so you said Rodman, you said Pippen. Now, who LeBron had?
Wade, Bosh.
Keep going.
Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving.
Keep going.
Who else Hall of Famers?
That's enough, ain't it? You just said way more than Jordan.
I mean, he played on different teams than Jordan. Jordan was on the same team.
He teamed with the team up with them, though. Jordan would have rather compete against them.
Mark, it's a different era, brother. I mean, motherfuckers ain't sitting on one team for years, and Cleveland wasn't giving LeBron the team that he needed, so he needed to leave to go win. He did what he had to do to go win.
But they made it to the championship. Why he just didn't run it back? They were number one when he left. They were number one in the East when he left.
He was carrying them. by himself and then
You
getting
just said why he didn't make them better though? How's that making them better though?
And then they weren't in the playoffs, they were in the finals. That's making a team better. That's a literal example of making a team better. They weren't in the playoffs, they went to the finals.
Man, let me get some more wine.
Ricky Bobby said, if you ain't first, you last. That's what Ricky Bobby said.
Well, hey, he got the first in Miami, he got the first in Cleveland, and he got the first in LA.
He didn't get the first in LA. Hey,
NBA championship says he does.
He
did.
So you don't think Jordan you don't think Jordan isolation game, you don't think Jordan playing with Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love at the 4, JR, another shooter, you don't think all that spacing, you don't think that team will win if you put Jordan over there in Cleveland?
Yeah, that's why LeBron won.
You don't think they win more over there? You think LeBron win with Scottie Pippen, Ron Harper? You think he would even stay with them?
Would dominate.
Well, first of all, he couldn't understand. He couldn't even understand Ron Harper. He couldn't even understand Ron Harper.
He wouldn't even stay with them, bro.
He said Ron Harper ain't getting his just. Ron Harper ain't getting his just, folks.
Nah, you couldn't even understand what he's saying.
Oh, Jamon.
I swear to God. I don't know, man. That's a matter of opinion right there. I just don't. I don't see LeBron winning with that Chicago squad like that. Now he needs a lot more spacing than Jordan does. That's all I'm saying.
Well, here's the thing.
The team would have been set up differently. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. Like young LeBron was 25 points in a row. You know what I'm saying? So we can go back and watch that on film. And he did get to the finals, but the East was weak as hell.
Oh yeah.
Weak as hell.
That Detroit team that had been to the finals like 4 years in a row, or at least the East Conference Finals 4 years in a row, was a weak team that they beat.
What you think, Tremont? What you think about that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's hard to ask me because I'm a Kobe guy. I'm a Kobe guy.
4 years in a row.
Kobe guy.
He said, "Who got the finals in a row? Detroit."
They've been to the finals or conference finals 4 years in a row.
You say you a
That's
Kobe
true.
guy? You say
I'm a Kobe guy. Kobe ain't got no Hall of Famers. He been with outside of Shaq.
I like that. I like that.
And Kobe beat more 50-plus teams.
Kobe pulled the Brady.
Now it was. I don't know if y'all remember. It was 1 year that Nike had did a whole advertisement big thing on Kobe and LeBron being in the finals.
Yes, sir.
With the puppets and all that. Now Kobe holding up his end. He got there.
Hey,
that's my only knock against LeBron. That's my only knock against.
What's your knock against LeBron again?
That was all you had to do was be Dwight Howard with a. They ain't have nobody.
Dude, Dwight Howard had the perfect team that year. The perfect team. They had nothing but space around their team. And an unstoppable Dwight Howard in the middle. And we didn't have
what happened. Centers. I told folks that what happened.
Dwight Howard had a perfect team that year. That's why they went to the finals.
And they got beat. And Kobe beat them 4-1.
Yeah.
Man.
They had a perfect team that year, man. Come on.
I just have never seen, I guess, LeBron win consecutive championships like Jordan, like dominate, like with the league and his team. Like the Heat won 2 in a row, and they almost won 3 in a row. Is that what it was with the Heat?
Yeah, they got to the third. They lost their first. They got 2.
They got 2,
and then they got beat by San Antonio, and then he left. And
with
the Cleveland, he left and with the Cleveland and traded for everybody.
Cleveland?
He traded.
What they do in Cleveland?
He got to Cleveland. He traded everybody. Got Kevin Love.
Shout out to Madison.
What they do though?
I'm just saying. That's what happened though.
What did they do though?
You said it's getting better. Listen to this. He get up and he trade everybody. And then he get the teammate they win.
Okay, LeBron the GM.
Who can't? Yeah,
Kyrie was already there. So how he trade everybody? Kyrie was already there when he got there.
Hey, LeBron, he a baby GM.
They traded Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. That's all they did. They traded rookie Andrew Wiggins for Kevin Love. That's all they did.
No. That year they also traded. They got JR that year too. They got JR. They got
that's the second year.
They got No, they traded. Yeah, second. Okay. What
Yeah.
Kevin Love is somebody he needed though.
And Kevin Love was an all-star. Kevin Love was an all-star, but he was an all-star at that time.
He was an all-star. I mean, so that's they got up and did that. And
Jordan didn't play no all-stars.
He didn't trade. I mean, not you wouldn't take Kevin Love on anybody that Jordan played with.
Dude, come on now, man. Yeah.
You'll take Rodman over Kevin Love.
Yeah. Would I take Rodman over Kevin Love?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
Absolutely.
Not in today's basketball. Not in today's basketball. Well,
Let me ask you this, Chad.
He can't shoot.
Do the
Bulls? He is irrelevant in today's basketball, bro.
Sam, do the Bulls win it 92, 91, 92, 93, and 96, 97, 98 with LeBron?
And you know what?
Same
they would have
team.
won. Hey, let me tell you this. They would have won 91, 92, 93, 95, and 96 because LeBron wouldn't have retired, goddamn it.
Yeah,
He would have kept on playing. So they would have won all 8 years.
I like it. Okay. But hey, you hear that show?
Boy, cold, boy.
Ron didn't need no break. Ron didn't need no break.
He can't take no break.
What they gonna do next year, Shell? In all honesty.
I don't see them winning next year unless they make that move I was talking about by getting Andrew Wiggins and getting Herb Jones. Unless they make a major trade move, they're gonna be they're still in the second round. Honestly.
Okay, so how long then, fellas? How long then is LeBron's career from here?
He got about 2 more years.
He got 2 more years. He got this year and next year, and he done.
Is he gonna spend both of those years in LA?
Might as well.
Yeah.
I mean, who else you gonna play with?
I don't see LeBron going back to Cleveland, man. Like I just, that's the only thing. That's his only move.
I feel like Cleveland have to give up too much of what makes them great.
Yeah.
Unless they're just talking about some picks and all, and one, maybe 2 of those.
I mean, next year. So next year he's on the contract. He can literally sign with anybody.
Do Donovan Mitchell and LeBron James win the championship?
I think so. I think if you go there, you replace him.
I think they go to the finals at least.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell cannot stay healthy, boy.
Yeah,
he can't stay healthy when it matters. His game too reckless, man.
Right.
His game too reckless. His game too reckless. But LeBron. That's real interesting. Like we're seriously now talking about, fellas, the change of what we've kind of said sometimes the face of what's the face of the league now. You know what I'm saying? Like, does it just go to Curry? And then what do we got here in the chat? Madison Henry, shout out to Madison Henry. She said KD is better than LeBron. Y'all agree with that?
Hey, notice I just ignored that comment altogether. That's how irrelevant it was to me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, bro.
I saw that comment, just move past it. You know what I'm saying?
Niece know what's up. She know what's up. She know what's up.
You move past it. Ain't even a discussion. Sam, we can't even talk about it.
It wasn't even up for discussion. You know what I'm saying? Move past it.
Y'all agree with that, fellas? Y'all agree with that? It's not even up for discussion.
I don't even like. What is he? Like, we talking about skill set or numbers?
No. Period. All right. Right now. All right, tomorrow we got to start a team, and LeBron and KD. Who you start? I mean, it's just these two. You got to pick between who you gonna start a team with. Who you gonna start a team with?
KD.
Okay. I'm not gonna ask you, Shab. Don't worry. This is Jamon. if you got to start with Mark between them two, who you take? I mean, look, this is what we're basing it off
Who
of.
you taking, KC?
Hey, who am I taking? I'm gonna take KD. But this is based off of who, like, how much time they got left, right? Where they are in their playing career, all of that. And you saying, hey man, I want you or you. Who you taking, man?
Oh shit.
Come on, man. You take it, man.
I mean, seriously, who do you see like? Because look, I'm not impressed with what I've seen by KD here the past. Like I'm sitting there telling you that is like what, but that's just who I would take. I think what he has left offensively, and what else he would bring to the table in addition to that, LeBron doesn't have anything any better than that right now in his career. Would you agree to that, Shaft? Like what is?
Savage ain't hear none of that shit.
No,
Go ahead.
hey man, this so select objective because the thing is, man, LeBron been healthy.
Yeah.
You know, KD, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I said, yeah.
Longevity.
That's big. That's big. That's big.
That's big. And see, and that's what's gonna teeter me over to LeBron.
LeBron has played 72 games the last 2 seasons. 72 out of 82.
The last 2 seasons? Oh, he's played 72 or more each year, you're saying. Okay.
Played 72 games the last 2 seasons.
Oh, I thought you started saying collectively. I thought, shit, there ain't no 36 game a year. That's
What are you talking about?
72 last season, 72 season before that.
Yeah.
You know, Jordan played 82. He was 40.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you talk about the KD. I mean, that's come on now. Come on now.
Hey, so what? But I know you know him and the Rockets the Rockets gonna do better than the Lakers. We ain't even got to argue about that.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay.
So absolutely, yeah. The Rockets have a squad.
Yeah, they do. You got to play the game, but they got a squad.
They got a squad over there, man.
You got to play the game.
I got a question. Am I the only one to hear that crunchy noise?
Man, it sounds like somebody got some crunching munch somewhere. Let me.
I hear it.
If somebody got two things open, just mute one. I'm thinking that's the issue.
Okay, I don't. No, I think we're good.
All right.
Hey, we're in the spark plug's good.
Man.
We got to talk about those. Look at us.
Speaking of that, shout out to Blocker, man. Shout out to Blocker, bro.
Shout out to Blocker, man. Blocker.
Sports podcast, man. I mean, podcast. That was dope, man. You chopped us up nice. That was a good experience. Look forward to more, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check this score real quick, Chef. You know we got your Ravens tonight, man.
Yes, sir.
You know we got your Ravens tonight. I can't find it.
Man.
Yeah,
I'm finna do this real slow. Real slow.
Bro, we play Monday, man. That's a Monday game.
Hey, shout out to Sports
Go
World.
Birds.
The Eagles barely pulled it off 33-25.
At the end, it's two things. It's wins and losses.
They barely pulled it off 33-25.
Wins and losses.
Hey, shout out to him. I wish Saquon would have had more fantasy points. He did it for me. He 8 points. That's all right. Hey, they got your boy.
That was pretty good too.
Yeah, it was. It was a low scoring, but that was two undefeated teams. Yep. Hey, they finally start getting your boy AJ involved, didn't they, Tremont?
Yeah, he had over 100 yards today.
Hey, man.
Hey, did you see how he was throwing them receivers?
Man,
well, look,
man, like a video game.
Because I will admit, when we were on the live, I was all the way down on AJ now. I was all the way down on AJ. Then it was like, all right, they see wasn't nothing going on in the first, because Hurts hadn't been doing too much these first couple weeks. Man, they came out throwing to that man almost every other play, man. Mm-hmm. And he was catching every last one of them. He won the game for them today.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he was catching everything.
He won the game for them today. 26 fantasy points. Hurts had 44 fantasy points. Shout out to Brown. Carter blocks the field goal. Blocks the game-winning field goal for them to win the game. Yep. You know, the
And
Rams
then
getting
took it
ready
to
to
the
go
house.
ahead, hop, and took
And then
it
took it to the house.
to. Hey,
Man.
wait. How about this?
Trick better there.
Three block field goals today in sports
That's
NFL
crazy.
to
That's
win
crazy.
games. Come on, man.
Yeah.
To
Hey,
win games though.
Yeah.
to win games. And how about, and shout out to the Cleveland Browns. They beat the Packers today. I know the Packers fans sad.
Yeah, I saw that.
Shout out to Cleveland Browns. That was on a block field goal type of situation. They won 13.
Have you checked on Brooks? Have you checked on Brooks?
Please check on Brooks. Please check on Brooks.
Shout out, man. Shout out to the Bucks, my boy Atkins team. They beat the Jets. The Jets had blocked a field goal on them about won the game, but the Buccaneers pulled it out to go 3-0. And heart goes out to the Hogs, man. Did y'all see that this weekend?
Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Did y'all see that, man?
Man. I just knew all we had to do was hold the ball. I was sitting down trying to
man.
the field goal.
Hey, I hate to ruin any dinners out there, but damn, boy.
For real.
Hey, man. Hey, looking at but shout out to Quincy Rose Jr. I seen the big sack he had. Quincy Rose Sr. Quincy Rose Sr. is North side. North side had the big sack. They were can't lose that one, fella.
Right.
Can't lose that one.
No, sir.
Hogs fell 32-31. They fall to 2-2, man. You know, what can we say? Steelers won today. You know, they won 21-14 over the Patriots. Steelers go to 2-1. Shout out to Mike Tomlin, man. Shout out to Mike Tomlin. And Aaron Rodgers, they got another victory today. So, you know.
Yeah.
That's all the sports world going on, man.
Man, well, since we're there, man, you know, I've been thinking about it. I read a couple of articles, man. There were a few teams that chose to, for a moment of silence in honor of Charlie Kirk, man. I'm a Lions fan, so we chose not to, but other teams out there that chose to celebrate him, if you may say so, man. What are y'all thoughts on that?
What you think on that, Shaf?
I mean, I think to each his own, man. I mean, if I'm an organization and I'm a team owner, I'm probably not doing it just because I don't want to. I don't want to put my politics out there on my team and for the world to see. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my personal belief. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to put my politics on the team or on the organization. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I think by doing that, you're putting your politics out there for it. You know what I'm saying? For all to see, for the world to see, for public consumption. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm a team owner, I'm probably not doing that.
You pretty much just try to say in so many words you're avoiding the scrutiny, just kind of just staying out of it, letting that.
Staying out of it.
That kind of goes back to what we were saying earlier about trying to bring politics and sports together, right? When do you make that point of kind of separating the two for the point, of business, because at the end of the day, and the reason why I think that question is posed is because of some of the views that Kirk had that could be applied to, the ethnicity of some of the players that the team or whatever the organization is representing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, because the question was often asked during the week too, it's like, is that a slap in the face for the players? You know what I mean? And so it's just like, do you think that that's a slap in the face for the players when an owner puts up the sentiments that they
I mean, and it could be viewed as that because I'm sure. Well, first of all, the NFL is made up of mostly black players. Can we agree upon that?
Yes, indeed.
Yes. Okay. So a lot of and I know we're gonna get into this later.
Yeah.
But just really quick, a lot of his views didn't support black people in general. You know what I'm saying? So you can imagine how many black people on those football teams probably, and I'm just guesstimating here, but probably didn't agree with a lot of his views. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So to make a whole football team, participate in a moment of silence or take a knee or whatever they did, I just think that's a little risque. You know what I'm saying? If you will, If I'm a team owner, I'm not doing that.
Man, I think that still goes to as far as too from the player's perspective. It's still on, whatever you're willing to put up with and do, if that's fine for you, it's fine for them, because I often thought about that too whenever, it was thought that Donald Sterling was who he was, right? And it's like they knew that and still chose to play for him, right? And the things he said and the things that he did. And so it's
but hold on though. But hold on. The difference in the Donald Sterling situation.
Okay.
See, so in front of the players, he was kind of treating them kind of like cattle, like, damn, you're so big, you're so strong, that kind of shit. Yeah. Behind closed doors, he was calling them niggas and monkeys and all kind of shit like that. We didn't have that fucking footage. We didn't have those tapes. We didn't have those.
No. Okay, all right. That's a good point. That's a good point. Hey, but you know they've heard or seen something. Like we probably didn't see it, but they've heard or seen something. To understand where he stood on that matter. You know what I mean? Like but I hear what you're saying for sure. It's a little bit more of a collective of things that Kirk represented, and. For then, because a lot of folks are getting on Bruce Pearl, you know what I mean? For him,
talk about Tennessee's coach.
He used to coach Tennessee, now he coaches Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn.
But Auburn. But he's in a big support of Kirk and his views and has said and has. It was kind of like he was adoring him and like he really was pumping him up. And I was seeing some former players, Eton Thomas specifically, he was just like, to let your child go and play, for that I'll be careful who you let your child go to play for and such like that. And that's just like, so all of those things are tough to put all of that weight on someone because of, what they sought to support a person for. But I'm definitely with you, Shaft. Like you just to separate it all. I don't. If I know that it impacts, I just don't want to step into that. Right. If I know that it impacts and affects the overall,
That's just being fair. That's just being fair.
Yeah. Because did y'all hear anything of any people talking about that being displayed? Jerry Jones displayed, and y'all down there in Dallas, and was anything said about it?
Not that I know of. I don't think that they didn't make the Cowboys participate. Did the Cowboys participate?
I think Jared put it up.
Okay.
Yeah, Jared did.
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, what?
Huh? A lot of these people, a lot of these Cowboy fans here, Jerry can do no wrong in their eyes.
Oh, of course.
He is the Messiah.
He got some hair in Fayetteville too.
Yes.
He can. But this I'm just gonna say a little bit about it. People keep using this word he was assassinated. No, he was killed. He wasn't an elected official. He was killed. He wasn't assassinated.
I don't like the assassination topic. The man wasn't assassinated.
Yeah, when you say
he was assassinated, they're talking about doing the, they're talking about doing the flags at half staff. I'm like, you're bringing so much attention to, and like I said, I'm not agreeing with what happened to him. Right. But my thing is, if you're gonna play a spade, you gotta call that thing a spade. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see none of this for Freddie Gray. I didn't see none of this for a lot of. List goes on and on.
It does. I think when you call it an assassination, though, there's something that you want to come behind it, right? And because when you say assassination, then you have to say, like, what was it that he was ushering upon? What was his movement? What was that really about? And then you have to really do your research and see what was it that he was trying to bring about, because there was a movement. And there was some things that he was getting people, and some people, he had big support, and so they kind of looked at it as he was a young person and coming up in some kind of an ideal. So when they start throwing assassination on it, then I just feel like, because there's a lot of things behind the scenes that we don't know. So I feel like when they start throwing assassination on it, they're trying to make it something else more than what it really is to bring policy and this day. Because what was it, Love? It's National Day of Prayer. Prayer and respect for Charlie Kirk in Arkansas today.
Oh,
All right.
you know that.
Wait, say that again, Love. I'm sorry. It's National what?
It's National Day of Peace.
National Day of. Say it again. What's the whole
National Day of Peace.
National Day of Peace
Okay.
in honor of?
Today's National Day of Peace.
Okay. And then, okay.
Calling this the day of respect.
Yeah, the day of respect for Charlie Kirk. So you know, there you have it. It's just different people, different views. And again, man, I feel like that it's just crazy still. You know how it's causing what it's causing as far as the people who are going back to the people losing their jobs and people getting suspended, and how it's so fragile. How you have to watch what you say about it all, right? Because I want to say this too. It's not a support or not support, because I talked to several of my friends on this and everything with Charlie Kirk, and like I said, this is just a little bit with it. He because this is a guy, and this is a black man that I'm talking to. And he has some good things and some bad things. It made me kind of open my eyes and say, all right, if a lot of people got two sides to the coin on this. So, so the reason why some people will honor him, my point. So the reason why some people will honor him, you have to be kind of careful as to how you feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and just know that different people will have different reasons,
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Shout out to everybody that's putting the focus on a lot of these other things and taking the focus off the FC5. So Shaft, let's go ahead and jump into that. All things considered.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to All Things Considered with Shaft. I would like to remind you to like and subscribe to the Chronicles of the North podcast on YouTube, on Facebook. It's lit. It's live. We local. So today I kind of want to talk about the Kawhi Leonard and Clippers situation. I'm gonna be brief on this. So to give you a few key points, so Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers are under scrutiny, under investigation, because the rumor is that Kawhi Leonard was paid for an alleged no-show endorsement deal. What a no-show endorsement deal is when you get paid to endorse a certain product or a certain vendor or a certain brand, but you don't do anything for it. You know what I'm saying? They pay you anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Clippers are being accused of. You know what I'm saying? Basically, Kawhi Leonard is being accused of making anywhere from $48 to $28 million extra for a no-show endorsement deal. And the reason I bring that up, because prior to the Clippers signing Kawhi Leonard way back in 2019, the Clippers have struggled to get any high level or top name, NBA players. You know what I'm saying? They had a few all-stars, a few low-level all-stars, but most of them were through a draft, and guys they developed that turned into all-stars. They weren't really drafting, bringing any guys in by trade or any free agents. So it was always interesting.
Hold on, Lob City was, dog.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, they got Chris Paul via trade. They drafted Blake Griffin, though. You know
Right.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Drafted, you know what I'm saying? But they were never able to recruit any top level free agents. Is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
The dollar back 2019. The deal to bring Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, also Paul George in. It was always interesting, how they were able to pull that off anyway. You know what I'm saying? So,
okay.
Rumor is, and as we all know, the year before, Kawhi Leonard played for the Toronto Raptors.
Yes.
Rumor is, and this is just a rumor, that his agent, who was his uncle, was asking for similar things to the Raptors. He was asking for endorsement deals that he was going to no-show for to get him to stay in Toronto.
Wow.
So the company that that allegedly, pumped this money into his deals. It's called Inspire LLC. So again, it's just there's a lot of rumors going around. There's a lot of speculation. A lot of paperwork that's adding up to support the speculation. And it's just interesting, because the Clippers always kind of been, kind of one of those meddling franchises. So when they signed Kawhi and Paul George back in the day, there was always questions around it, how they were able to do that, because there were a lot of teams offering similar contracts and similar money. When he signed with the Clippers, he didn't sign with the LA Lakers. So, it was always interesting how they do that. So all things considered, I think the Clippers have a major situation on their hands. I think when it's all said and done, the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard is going to receive some kind of punishment, whether it's draft pick, whether it's loss of money, whether it's having to cancel a full contract. I think they're going to lose something in the long run. It may work out good for Kawhi Leonard, and actually, I think it's going to work out good for Kawhi Leonard because I think in the long run, he's going to be forced away from the Clippers, which is going to make him be able to sign with a contender like Golden State. But that's a conversation for another day. But I think in the long run, it's going to pay off dividends for Kawhi Leonard, not so much for the Clippers. And it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out.
So you telling me his uncle was trying to get an NIL deal
for the Raptors?
Yeah, his uncle wanted his own deal.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? I mean, he was basically asking for what the Clippers initially gave him. The Clippers gave him a no-show endorsement deal. He was asking for that from the Raptors. They just didn't agree to it.
So his uncle must be his agent.
His uncle is his agent. Yeah, uncle 100% his agent. Yeah,
uncle agent.
Yeah,
uncle agent out there being greedy, man.
His agent, yeah,
being greedy, man. Greedy, man. I don't know, man. Like I was first thinking, like if they even took that, made the contract. How did it get out? Like who leaked it? Like and why? Like how do you find out that information?
So a reporter leaked information. He actually posted a whole story with details, paperwork, facts, checks and balances.
Yeah.
His name is let me get back to your name. To your name. But yeah, but he was actual guy that set everything in motion.
Okay.
Yeah, so I kind of want to get your thoughts on it. Like, do you think, number one, do you think the Clippers are going to receive any kind of punishment? Mm-hmm. And number two, do you think it's going to work? Do you think it's going to land in favor for Kawhi Leonard, or is it not going to land in favor?
I think most definitely they're going to have some kind of repercussion behind it because I don't think they will make a big deal out of it. But there's a lot of money involved. Yeah. And somebody who sits around, I think the whole load management thing, that's kind of one of the whole, as far as Kawhi Leonard, when it comes to his reputation, that kind of hunts him.
Uh-huh.
So, and I know a couple of times he's just set out games, and we're not knowing if he hurt. He just walk over the court, don't say anything, man. So,
right.
For him to be carrying himself like that, I feel like if you're going to be doing that behind the scenes, you should be taking out games like that. Like if you can play, you should give with somewhat effort just to kind of.
They bring more attention to you, man.
Yeah,
by the way, his name was Pablo Torre. That's his name.
Okay,
Pablo Torre is the one who put the story in motion. He leaked all the details. There's many stories on YouTube now where you can just look up Pablo's story where he goes in detail, line by line, all the evidence he found in the Clippers and Kawhi Leonard story. So it's very interesting. Very I've watched it like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So you should check it out on YouTube.
It's gonna work out for Kawhi too, though. Him being in the latter part of his career, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not like he's hurting for money with all the contracts and shoe endorsement stuff like that, man. If he just really sat down at this point of his career and just want to go out and set himself for a ring, he can sign for a 1 year, $8 to $10 million. Well, they ain't doing that no more, so he'll at least get 10. He can at least get 10 in a year playing for a contender.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think with the so is Kawhi close to retirement?
No, he ain't close to retirement, but he's he.
Kawhi what? Kawhi 35 though.
I think he's like he might
Hmm.
be 35. I think he's
Yeah, I think he's 35, something like
But
that.
I'm just saying, like with all of this that's going on, I'm like, so he could probably get to another team. Like you could hope that he get to another team, but he's constantly, kind of still going. I mean, and that's a lot. He
He's
got a lot of
34.
weight.
He's 34.
He
Go ahead.
34.
34,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a lot of weight to say and carry. Like, man, I went up to Toronto and got a championship against the Warriors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's really, really, really riding off of that right now. Though he hadn't, done much lately, but I think they'll do something about
He
this.
ain't done much since then, actually,
He ain't done much, nothing since then, bro.
because he been hurt all the goddamn time.
But that's what I mean, though, and it's like, and that's why I mentioned retirement. It's like, does he ever get healthy? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Does he ever get to a point to where he's healthy enough to finish up? And I don't think the league will allow this to happen. They wouldn't bring it out if it wasn't something they were going to do about it. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like they're making
regard,
a deal
yeah.
every time. You have to, the attention that is brought to the organization, you're gonna have to do something.
You're gonna have to do something.
It's just like it feels like the same attention they had when it was based around John Morant. You have to do something. You know what I'm saying? You have to do
Did
something.
you though? What did John Morant do? Y'all think that John Morant really did something wrong, bro?
Well, okay.
He was just
If I'm already in trouble for one thing, I'm not gonna turn around and do it again.
and again.
And you know what I'm saying? And again. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think, and this is this new generation, I think there's still that point of like, what am I actually doing? Because people like that are involved in sports are showing weapons all the time. Like that's a part of my, that's at my house, and that, I got this and that, then I got all that money and I'm trying to protect it. I just didn't really like how they kind of humbled him a little bit, man. They didn't. That's kind of one of those Shador things where that style of guy in my professional leagues, I'm not gonna have it, man. You know what I mean? Because I really didn't. That one was strange for me because the league was ready to give him the keys, man.
Well, let me ask you this, K5. Would
Okay.
would you in his situation? Would you want the league to humble you, or would you want the city of Memphis to humble you? Because Lorenzen Wright found that out real clearly.
Ooh, yeah, that Lorenzen Wright, that was on that about Memphis. That's a whole nother discussion.
That's what I'm saying. I think I'd
about
rather the
Memphis,
league humble me.
That's a whole nother conversation, and it was good for him to have gotten humbled and calmed down. But I think the city of Memphis they were behind him. They were respecting him. I don't think he had no problems like that. But I already see where you're going, man. It was if he didn't get stopped then, he was gonna find out another way.
right. That's not to play with. I don't think it's appropriate time just because I'm listening to music that I pull out my gun and rap with my homeboys. I don't think that's appropriate time to have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so timing is everything, man. Like,
yeah.
That and you get some new homeboys, because why is your homeboy on live
That's
recording?
What I want to know.
Yeah.
Who in the hell is that?
yeah.
All that matters. That's what needed to be handled. That's what needed to be handled. Watch who you have around you. You know what I mean? Watch who you have around you, man, because it's consequences. We got to stop acting like, we're bigger than something because we coming to making more money than somebody. You know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing. These cats making more money than the coaches, and the only person they're not making more money than is the owner, right?
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like, and so they're running their mouth in a way like they have certain powers. They're continuing to try to show us that we don't have the power that we think we have because we got a damn bag, man. Your bag ain't bigger than his, homie. It's just not how the shit's working. You know what I mean? So
like they say, man, like they always say, man, don't bite the hand that feeds you.
Come on, man. And and respect where you're getting fed from. Stop acting like when you sign that check, you don't understand that it came from somebody. You know what I'm saying? It came from somebody. You know what I mean? And while we still on the league, man, real quick, I wanted to ask y'all. So who's more popular right now? Beasley or the MVP of the league, Shea Gilchrist Alexander?
Beasley. What Beasley you talking about? Mike Beasley?
Yeah, Michael Beasley, an ex-basketball player, right? That's just playing in 3-on-3.
I would.
That is playing in 3-on-3s, and
I
that is
know what
just
Shaft
looking
gonna
for
say. I
millions
know
of pickup.
exactly what Shaft gonna say.
Hooping in pickup games. I thought this was interesting, and my point with this still is kind of how as we talk about Morant, the influence and the connection to that culture kind of supersedes the the commercial face, if you will. You know what I mean? Because, and I'm saying that because a lot of people are saying Michael Beasley, before they're saying Shea Gilchrist Alexander, who was the MVP. Would y'all agree with that?
Yeah.
No.
No, Beasley's not?
No.
Ooh. And you said yeah, didn't you, Sham?
Yeah, I, only because when you're scrolling through the internet and your feeds are populating, you're seeing more stuff from Michael Beasley, him talking or him doing interviews, him playing one-on-one. There's more kick and more pop to Michael Beasley. I mean, you'll see a commercial and they're trying to make Shea Gill relevant.
That's exactly
you
what
see
I
more
said.
commercials.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in your social media feed, you're seeing more shit about Michael Beasley and him either playing 3-on-3, either him talking loud in an interview, him talking crazy to somebody on the court. You're seeing that.
Crazy.
He's talking crazy now.
Crazy.
Well, he say I'm
talking crazy.
Yeah.
Super crazy.
I'm talking completely fucking crazy.
You know, I mean, popularity-wise, I think it's Michael Beasley. You know what I'm saying? I mean, obviously, Shea Gill's MVP. And once the basketball season starts, actually starts, you probably will see more about Shea Gill Alexander. But right now, you see more about Michael Beasley.
It's crazy that you said that though. Whether it's basketball season or not, I think I seen more on Beasley than I did Shea Gilchrist. You know what I mean?
I think that's because Shea's personality is not like Mike Beasley.
Right.
That's a good point. That's a great point.
Yeah. I don't think Shea even cares about talking.
He's very reserved. He's quiet. He doesn't talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? So Michael Beasley, you know.
Michael Beasley had a little different route. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he a little bit more challenging. I mean, he got to respect amongst his peers. Like, I'm not saying he's a baller doing his thing and stuff like that. But as far as say he's more popular, I think. I don't know. Maybe if Beasley was still in the league, it'd be a little different though. You have a little bit more freedom to say what you want to say, and you got to be more mindful when it comes to the NBA and stuff like that. Because Q gonna let you do whatever. He was letting folks fight and everything in the summer. He would still come back the next game.
So man, what happened to Beasley, y'all? Is it just the mental state? Like what happened to Beasley, man?
I'm not sure if his discipline game was where it needed to be. The talent was there. But he seemed like a gentleman that may want to kick it to 4 or 5 in the morning, then get to the 7 o'clock practice. He was able to do it. Like, he kind of like he had like a little Corey Nelson vibe to me, man. You know what I'm saying?
Beasley wanted to do things his way. You know what I'm saying? And his personality didn't jive with a lot of coaches. You know what I'm saying? A lot of coaches didn't allow him to be Michael Beasley. You know what I'm saying? Just authentically, like Michael Beasley is who I am. You know what I'm saying? He had to be like a watered down version of himself. You know what I'm saying? And most coaches wouldn't let him be who he wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? So I think in the big three, he can just be who he wants to be.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? Q just like show up, bro. I don't care how I don't care how you get here, just get here. You know what I'm saying? Q know what it is. Q know what it is. He gonna be the face of the league for a minute.
To still have his game, you know what I'm saying, in the big three. So, he can make a little money. And listen, I'm genuinely happy for Michael Beasley.
No, for sure.
Man.
Because listen, the year that him and KD got drafted, like listen, when they were in high school, he was actually ahead of KD. He's actually
Beasley was at Kansas State. Michael Beasley was cold. Man.
They actually thought Michael Beasley was going to be better than KD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was actually ahead
coming out of college. He was.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they actually thought, Michael Beasley was going to be that guy. So to see his NBA career go the way it did is kind of disappointing. But I'm glad he's getting a second chance right now, and I'm genuinely happy for that dude, man, for real.
Yeah, man. He just finds some other ways to eat, man. You know what I mean? Like, and it's good to see them brothers do that too, man. Like, because you see a lot of them cats that can still play ball, but the league just not, once you hit a certain age, you know what I mean? Like, nah, we ain't gonna pay you what you think you worth, you know what I mean? So you're gonna have to keep it moving, and then some of them guys kind of, them attitudes, man, they hang on to being that dude they were, you know what I'm saying, once upon a time. Right. You know what I mean? Not everybody can take that lesser role. Like, man, I think Melo said it best, man. They humbled the hell out of Melo. You know what I'm saying? And he was able to come, and that's probably the best example. Because Melo was dope. You know what I mean? Like, Melo was dope with his, and then ended up out of the league type shit. And then he figured it out how to get back there. He's like, nah, I'm not going to be these guys over here. Because he could have been one of them guys. Right. You know what I mean? Like, he could have been one of them guys that just like, I'm done. Because I was disappointed. I'm like, man, what is going on? Why is dude not
playing? Derrick Rose, another example. You know what I'm saying? Like,
who is that?
Derrick Rose.
Yeah, Derrick Rose hung in there. Yeah,
I like him, bro. I like his humility. And I watched a couple of interviews he's had. And, he's handled the best way that he could, bro. For going from that high expectation and, life, injuries. It's not like he didn't get out there perform. It's not like he didn't prepare himself. He just got injured. So that was it, man. So.
Right. He probably would. And we was talking.
You know what's crazy? I think he got injured like in 2012. Mm-hmm. So the ACL injury back then and the effect on the athlete today is night and day. Yeah. For instance, the ACL injury back then pretty much ruined his career. The ACL injury now, athletes come back in under a year. They're actually a stronger, better athlete most of the time.
Blake Griffin was the first one, bro.
It's going to take him a year, though.
It's going to take him a year, but they're actually a stronger. I mean, just that surgery, the procedure, the recovery, how different it was versus, when he got injured versus nowadays. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah, super crazy. And I forget about him in that point guard conversation. Like, he's one of my favorite point guards, bro. Derrick Rose.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, and that's definitely one of, hell, they were in the playoffs when he got hurt. That his first time getting hurt. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You are in the playoffs, so the hype is there. Like, he got him back there
against Philly.
Man, against Philly. Like, he so that's a big one of those what ifs. Man, who y'all think is the best two-way player in the league right now? You ready to come up?
The best two-way player?
Yeah.
I still think it's Giannis.
Who?
Giannis?
Yeah.
I can give you. I won't out there. I give him that. I give him that.
My second favorite is Anthony Edwards, but I'm gonna give Giannis a nod.
What you think about Anthony Davis?
I like Anthony Davis.
Yeah, you think he's a good two-way player?
The only thing about Anthony Davis, he disappears on the offensive end far too often. He'll always,
that's weird.
Always give you maximum defensive effort. But he disappears on the offensive end. He doesn't do it like a lot, but it's a little too often for me.
Yeah. Are we still putting Kawhi in that conversation?
No.
Oh,
that doesn't fucking play.
He got to play, bro. He has to play. Him and Paul George.
Him and Paul George. They got
no, Paul George. I was hoping we didn't even bring him up. He ain't working. Bro, I'm done with Paul George. Paul George out of there for me, man.
I agree with those right there, Shaq.
Yeah, but
Anthony Edwards is my second favorite player, but I think you put everything in the bottle, like defensive, offensive, like Giannis can get to he do the same move every time. Every time he do the same move. But he's giving you 30 and 12 every season.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and he locking up on defense.
Chris Alexander in that conversation too, though, isn't he?
Who?
Alexander. Chris Alexander.
Yeah, he plays both ends. He plays both ends. He
He
plays
Cause
both
plays
he
ends.
both ends.
Yeah,
what in that
I don't
yeah.
think his defensive impact is as much as Giannis or Anthony
I
Edwards.
agree. I
uh,
Edwards
agree.
will lock you up
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
and give you 26,
yeah,
27.
yeah, yeah.
right, right,
I
right.
agree. I agree. I can't argue on that, bro. I agree with you 100% on that. We done covered a lot tonight, fellas. We done covered a lot tonight, fellas. We done touched on NFL teams, touched a little bit on Charlie Kirk, and got into some NBA players, also what is our personal life and our mental state, man. I just all I want to say right now is I want to remind people is not to get distracted, man. We have a lot going on right now. You know what I'm saying? From one incident to another, it's easy to go out there and with the views and the issues that people choose to stand on, it's easy for us to go out there and hate, create even more chaos than what's going on right now. But I'm gonna share a quick little story, man. Within those times of the stories that we spoke about tonight, I went to Walmart, just genuinely being nice. There was an older white lady. She was finishing up putting her groceries, the car and everything. And so I'm heading inside. So I was like, I'll take that for you. And she kind of looked like she was shocked as of the fact that I was being nice at that time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And so
Right, right,
um,
right.
there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, man.
Yeah,
Like I said, we had hookups at the football game and stuff like that, but we also got to continue to stay focused on like, hey, you're gonna have those, but let's get right back to trying to be positive and try to do everything we can, man. Keep going things the right way. There's a lot of reasons, and it's easier, to take the low road and retaliate and go back and forth and argue and, like they say, make mountains out of a mole. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
It
Talk
takes
about it. Talk about it.
takes a lot more discipline to let things go, man, and just really try to figure things out and stay patient and allow the lesson to teach us during this time. During this time, everybody just try to let's get back to the still tongue making a wise head. You know, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to say everything that comes from
Bars.
your head, man. Just kind of sit back and listen. If you don't know the answer, pray for somebody until it happens, man.
Right.
So
Yes, sir. I
let's
like
start back tomorrow and get back, man, and keep it cool.
Yeah.
Do what we got to do.
To
Continue to
piggyback off of that, man. To piggyback off of that, he's right. Uh, a lot of things are happening that are affecting our personal relationships, whether it be marriages, friendships,
yeah.
family members, and such. And let's kind of continue to keep a focus on the foundation and not let the discussion about certain topics, tear us away from our foundation. And to speak, we are North Little Rock. North Little Rock has always been, it's black, it's been white, it's been Hispanic, it's been Asian,
Yes.
it's been,
Yes.
it's been all cultures. It's been, straight, it's been gay, it's been, it's been Muslim, it's been Christian, it's been Hindu, it's the community has been all, and that's what it will always be.
Mhm.
And so you don't let the narrative of society, if you will, sway you away from knowing that that foundation is diverse like that, right? And it's something that everybody can respect, whether they are of the opposite or not. They still respect why that person is what they are. You know what I mean? And I want to kind of couple that into going into, if we could, Shaft. Uh, when we kind of talked about, like, well, I remember we were on
alive.
yeah, we were on the live. We were on a live. And I remember you saying that you followed Charlie Kirk,
Mm-hmm.
right? And I remember in even seeing that, my first sentiments were like, wow, he's you what? Because if you go back and look at it, I was like, you follow him? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like I like I said that, you know what I mean? And even getting off, there was still the thoughts of, oh, okay, and then even once we talked, because I called you, and we had talked about that, and it was one of the best conversations, man, real quick, that I'd ever had on trying to understand as to how you as a black man, right? And
Mm-hmm.
the things that Charlie Kirk has been attached to from even saying, the things that he said regarding black women, knowing that if they were in a certain position, they got it because of the firm. Just multitude of the things that he said. And then you being a black man coming from a black woman to say that, you follow some of his views. I was like, wow, okay, I'd be interested to know, why he follows them. And I go back to even asking some of my other friends, what they thought, and then hearing about the good things that he's done and the bad things that he said. So like why is it that, and I'm saying that because I think that, you as my brother and you saying that you follow him, I'd rather have the conversation with you about why you follow him, right? Rather than saying, "Oh man, you follow him. Hell, I don't follow him. You ain't shit."
Boom. Now
And
y'all can't talk to me. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah.
right. And
Right.
so it's like, and so now what we're trying to do here tonight, you all, is set up that there can be some disagreeing on why someone does something, especially when it comes to these outside things like the politics and some of these things that is not a part of your foundation and what you do. That doesn't mean you love your brother any more or less. You have a talk with your brother as to why that is his or her perspective, right? We're quick to hit the unfollow button. We're quick to hit the, I hate, but we're quick to do all of these things as far as being able to kind of write somebody off, in a position to where we're kind of trying to learn from each other. So from those statements, why do you think, from you saying that you follow Charlie Kirk, why is it that we get so much flack from the culture, whether it's white or black? Like, because there's, we can flip the script, right? We can flip the script, and it could be something that someone agrees on or follows somebody of a black person, and they say this, and the white person like, why you follow them? So what is it from your end? Why do you think that there's so much flack given when a person, follows someone who maybe has had some race, some views that weren't agreed upon, but over here you do agree upon these views? Why is it that there's so much? Why can't we not be judged as a whole for one part of what we feel like we support?
Yeah, and I think we struggle with that as a culture, as a society. So when I say I follow Charlie Kirk, maybe I misspoke. Maybe I didn't represent that clearly. I follow him on social media.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So because I like to hear both sides of the argument. You know what I'm saying? I believe to fight the good fight, you have to know what you're getting, what kind of fight you're in. You know what I'm saying?
Know your enemy,
You
if
know
you
what I'm saying? So I like to hear both sides of the track. I like to hear what, like what one side is saying versus the other side, and then formulate an opinion or or thought or belief based on that. You know what I'm saying? So I follow Charlie Kirk on social media. I don't agree with most of the things that he says. You know what I'm saying? Let me make that clear. He says a lot of racially biased things, and I don't agree with most of the things that he says. But I don't disagree with everything that he says. You know what I'm saying? There are some things that he has a point on that I agree with. I'm not going to get into those things. Those things are relevant right now.
Okay.
I don't disagree with everything he says. I think we have to learn as a society that we don't have to totally, cancel culture on somebody or cancel somebody out because they believe one thing. And we we have to learn to see people in whole, which means, you can agree with certain facts about one person and disagree with different thoughts and different facts about another person. That's kind of how I view Charlie Kirk. You know what I'm saying? Most of the stuff he says, I don't agree with. I'm not on board with. There's a few things that he says that I'm okay with, that I sort of agree with, but most things he says I'm not okay with. But
He did think LeBron was the GOAT.
he did think I didn't even hear him say that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
He thought LeBron was the GOAT.
Listen, big ups to him for
Well,
thinking
no,
that.
that's a good point. That's a
Yeah.
good point though,
He said
because
that he carried
so
the
so
NBA
now
and
that
everything.
so now
He spoke highly of LeBron, bro. He spoke highly of LeBron. Real shit.
right. And so there's
Nigga missed his mouth.
I didn't even know that. You know what I'm
He
saying?
did.
So,
yeah,
I didn't
wow.
know that. So
Yeah.
so again, I follow him on social media, but again, I follow a lot of people on social media because I like hearing both sides of the argument. You gotta know what kind of fight you're into. In order to fight a good fight. I just like hearing both sides of the story. So I thought, Candace Owens is another one. Candace
Okay.
Owens, recently, I think from a black community standpoint, we're starting to come along with a lot of things that Candace Owens is saying, because she sort of switched her views around. She hasn't totally switched her views because her and Charlie Kirk were really, really good friends. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So, but
Okay.
they were bumping R. Kelly Ignition.
right, you know what I'm saying? So, but she's kind of off the Trump campaign. You know what I'm saying? She's
Yeah.
kind of switched her views around and come around the corner to a lot of things that's more of the popular thought. So Candace Owens is another good example. But Charlie Kirk, is unfortunate what happened to him. I never think violence is a way to solve things, and I hate to see what happened to him. He had some good things that he did, had a lot of bad things that he did, but I definitely don't think what happened to him should happen. But at the same time, um, that's life, and some people that's life, and some people choose to take things to their own hands, and that's a really unfortunate point of view that you decide to take matters into your own hands and take somebody's life versus you know speaking to somebody, or having thought a conversation with somebody. Because Charlie Kirk was, one thing I can say about him, he was on the forefront, and willing to have those difficult conversations with people out in public. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of them were undergrad, college students, but he was willing to have those uncomfortable conversations in front of people. Whether it was for good, whether it was for the better or for the worse, he was willing to have those uncomfortable conversations. And that's one thing I can say about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. That's fair, man. Like he said, I think he said the best, man. It's irrelevant now. So my heart goes out to the family and those who were affected by that, man. And times we're living in now, there's has a lot been other particular effects. We don't know if it's all connected, but uh, I'm pretty sure we all y'all heard about the incident that happened in Mississippi State with I'm sorry, Delta State. Uh, that's an issue that I just found out today that it was, like I said, it was a suicide. But heart goes out to their family. I think they have a little bit more. They're gonna try to push forward as far as getting more when the autopsy comes back, so they can look more into it. So for those who are affected by that,
Absolutely.
goes out to the Reed family, man.
Right.
Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. He was one of the ones that stepped up and wanted to play his part in supporting and showing his respect behind everything, man. So they just stay focused out here. So please stay focused out here. There's a lot going on, but let's not get to the point where we have to take it out on each other. Let's just have a conversation. I think, Keisha, you already said it best, man. It's conversation, not confrontation. I think we can get a lot more when we talk things out, man. So.
Yeah. You have to understand how to have things for clarity. Come into conversations for clarity and not confrontation. That's one thing that you can always introduce, having a difficult topic to have a discussion about as we continue to get up and heightened in our emotions. That this is for clarity and not confrontation. We all have to get like I've often said, more comfortable having uncomfortable conversations so that we can come to some solutions and some matters that really need some discussion. And they're really so like, oh, what do you think? I think this. Oh, well, I don't think that. So let's stop talking. Type of mentality. And I think a lot of these things deserve a whole lot more attention than just that. You know what I mean? So I'm really glad that Shab, we were able to have a quick discussion on that, man. It's been, and again, all of these types of topics, we have to continue to talk about them, y'all. We can't act like they're not something that's important for us to get on the same page about.
Yes, sir.
Because they're affecting our lives. They're affecting our homes, they're affecting our families, they're affecting our friends. So we have to, I'm excited that we're able to be for people to talk about these things, so that somebody can have some kind of point of view to go from. You know what I mean? Like, and that's a lot about a lot of what this discussion was about tonight. I feel like, it dived into some things that are very sensitive. And again, we're not sitting here talking about and we support this and that we don't support that. We're here to talk about it. We're here to get a perspective. We're here to listen. We're here to learn, right? We're not here to tell you what to do. We're not here to tell you what to think, right? We're here to talk about how we feel about what we see, right? And everybody's allotted, the decision on where they want to go with those things, But what I didn't like, you all, is that I always am now watching from a spirited perspective of seeing how these things are breaking apart some foundations that I thought were unbreakable between black and white, between a lot of different things and people, and it's based upon what they're continuing to try to give you something to feel about. You know what I'm saying? And that was, that's heartbreaking. And so I want us to continue to stay mindful of, especially here from the North Little Rock perspective, that we are North Little Rock. We always have been North Little Rock. We will continue to be North Little Rock, and we will continue to talk about the history and what North Little Rock has stood on and to where it's grown to right now. Because we're not saying that North Little Rock or any other place for that matter has had the greatest roots regarding us or a lot of other things that this country was founded on, but I still want to be able to have the space to have the conversation about those. And so I think tonight really opened up, a good start for that, fellas. And I'm proud that we were able to get through it. Everybody say what they say, and and it be what it is. And I wanna transition from that and say, Phyllis said the shirts are nice.
Yeah, that's bomber, man.
Yes,
That's
sir.
moms right there.
Phyllis, I
Phyllis.
appreciate it.
Hey,
Miss
appreciate you, mom. I'm gonna get you one. We're gonna
Yes.
get you one. We're gonna get you one. You already know what that is.
Yes, indeed. Yes,
Yeah, that's a good
indeed.
look, man. That's a good look, man. I'm always proud of what we got going, man. What we will continue to do. I feel like we kind of stepped out of our comfort zone. Usually we kind of, like you were saying, concrete on North Little Rock, man. But we kind of want to show something different this time as far as touching on different subject matters. We thank everybody for watching. Please,
Yes,
if y'all can, please go like, share, subscribe to the pod.
yes, sir.
Thank you for your time tonight, man, fellas. I don't know if y'all have anything else y'all want to share with the listeners, but I think that's all I have for tonight.
No, we good, man. We good, man. We appreciate everybody for listening and watching and subscribing. We out.
We out. North side.
North side out of here.
Peace.